Okay, we just got back last night from the SECCA race in Perry Mountain Motorcycle Club. Had a great time. That's an awesome place, a lot of history and everything, and learned a valuable lesson, something an idiot me done. So maybe some of my friends here can teach me what to do to work on a motorcycle, because luckily I'm a better taxidermist than I am a mechanic, because I can make a living taxidermy, but I can't make a living being a mechanic. So you'll see what happened. Y'all gonna help me out today, girls? Huh? We're at the Perry Mountain Motorcycle Club in Alabama for the SECCA Reynolds Run Hare Scramble. Running the vintage class. They do something a little different. They do a live engine start. So let's go racing. Got off pretty good here, but going into the first turn, I was trying to keep from getting in the guy on my left and got into the tire. So that was a perfect start. That's some side footage. This one here is from Kurt Biking Johnny. I appreciate him. He sent this to me. Okay, getting across the bridge. Everybody knows not to give it no gas on the bridge, especially when it's wet. So, not sure who this guy was. Had a nice looking Mako and almost got into it there. Wasn't on purpose, but I was going to try to go inside of him, and we both ended up at the same piece of real estate. Rained a pretty good bit. I wasn't sure which bike I was going to race. I was planning on racing my 250, but it actually rained. I don't know how much it rained, actually a pretty good bit. It was pretty slick, and I walked a little bit of the track, and it was a lot of tight stuff. So with it being tight and slick, I decided I'd ride the 200, which is a bit more nimble. So just got him put back together this week. Actually, all I've been able to do is run him through a couple of heat cycles, and I really wish I had had time to get out and ride him a little bit, because we would have found the issue that was coming to bite us before we actually done it in a race. After we got him out of the trailer this morning, cranked him up, and he wasn't really wanting to idle that good, and we talked about it. We figured it was just from the humidity. It was mist and rain and a little cool, and just didn't really know if that was what the problem was, but I can kind of tell that something ain't right already. You know, he don't have no low end at all right now, so I'm already knowing that something ain't right, but I just assume right now that hadn't got his pilot jet adjusted quite right, and thinking that he's probably just running a little bit lean right now. So just gonna ride and see what it brings. This is my first time coming to a SECCA event, and was really impressed. They put on a good event. Plenty of people out along the track helping. Seemed like they all had radios, so if there was something went on, they were right on top of it, trying to address it, help get people out of the woods, and so it was seemed like a well-run machine. The track was good, a lot of tight stuff, a lot of open roads, so the mixture, it was probably not necessarily difficult, but it was a good challenging track, especially with the rain, so good enjoyable day. Just wish we could have run the whole thing. Okay, we got a little bit of jockeying for position here. Kind of reminds me of something else. The guy in the orange there, I think he was the guy that was to my left on the starting line. There was a couple of younger guys that was running the vintage and pre-mod, so it's good to see some of the younger guys out racing the vintage stuff. The vintage guys, a lot of them are getting older and don't participate anymore, so it's good to see some young guys coming in and filling their shoes. And I think they were, I don't know, I know one of them was on a 500. I'm not sure what this one is here ahead of me now, but it was a big one, so they had to manhandle them things in this tight stuff and slick stuff, and good to see them out here. try to get around him, and I hit something that threw me a little bit further left than what I had anticipated, so lost the spot back to the pre-mod guy.
starting to go down and slipping and sliding. I had a bunch of close calls myself. Right here, went to try to go inside on this guy and kind of got in the bushes there and just kind of laid down on me, so I had to start it up and get back going. But I could hear sound a little bit different. I knew something wasn't sounding good. I was hoping that it was just the air screw needing adjusting, but
if you notice, you can hear the like the engine, the idle's getting higher and higher. You know, it's looking getting worse and worse, and I can tell there's a sound that don't really know what it is, but I know it's not a normal sounding sound from just having a lean setting. And I have had this where the studs come out of the cylinder and hold the head on these ITs. I've had them pull out before and get pull the threads out of the cylinder and loosen up, and torque it back down, and it'll pull right back out. So that's kind of what I was thinking might be going on, because this was a fresh cylinder that I had got a while back, and I had just had it bored, and that was the first thought, was that maybe the studs had stripped out, and it was starting to suck air right there. I'm kind of on a string of bad finishes and bad luck. Most of the bad luck has been self-inflicted, so I ain't got nobody to blame but myself for that. So I'm about ready to have a good race and kind of get back on top of things a little bit, instead of having bad finishes and broke down bikes. Coming in here, we getting close to the end of the first lap, and I was debating whether I wanted to stop or keep going, and probably made a bad decision and kept going. But when you go to race, you kind of want to race, so I kept going and should have stopped, because about halfway around on the second lap, it got worse and I had to stop. Okay, I reckon he's starting to suck more air, and he's starting to run away higher and higher. You know, at times I'm just using the brake to slow it down a little bit. So I'm basically fixing to look for a spot to pull off so I can stop and see what's going on. Okay, the first thing I'm looking for is see if the head is loose. See if the studs had pulled out, but just feeling of it felt tight, so figured I better get off the track as muddy as it was. I didn't want somebody to come flying through and slide and wipe me out, so get over to the side a little bit. That kind of seems good. So all you old school guys, you can appreciate the old tool bag on the IT. I don't even know if the bikes these days comes with any tools, but some of these tools, the old timers might recognize the tool kit with the screwdriver that slides up into pieces. And okay, there's the screwdriver. Where's the handle? Stick it in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in on the air screw, and I really didn't think that was a problem, but just trying to do it in a hurry, that was the first thing I knew to do. Didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't hardly see. So I'm just going to throw everything back in, crank her up, and see if that helped it any. As you see, it didn't. So anyway, that's kind of the end of the day. I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for everybody that comes up and tells me that they enjoy watching the video, because that makes it worth doing. So thanks again, and see you at the next go around. Okay, this is the 200 that Circlip came out a while back and messed it up, so we just done a full rebuild, split the cases, put new crank bearings in, new piston rings, new bore and everything. That's actually a different cylinder, but so we were rushed last week trying to get it put back together, because didn't know which bike I was going to race. But undoubtedly, I did not tighten the 4 bolts that hold the cylinder down. Didn't torque them down, I reckon, good enough. And during the race, I knew I was sucking air and it was running lean. It was running away some of the time. I wasn't even using no throttle. I was just riding along using the brakes to manage it. So I stopped and got checked the air screw on the carburetor, and it didn't change it. Then I realized what it was. I had some wrenches with me and tightened it back down and got it where at least I could limp out. So lesson learned. Don't be in a rush when you're working on these things, and do them up. Make sure everything's done right.